Here were the competitors: Akira Turner, Adrian Blackwell, Britt Graves, Cho Yamashita, Dynamite Daisy, HBIC Nisha, Lindsay, Riley, Sky Chang, Taylor Griffin, Angelina Lazaria, Angel Bryant, Big Fran, Crazy Fox, Emma Rose, Jocelyn, Madison Outlaw, Raven Grimm, Taryn Williams, Veronica LeBeau, Artemis, Baby, also known as Baby Bone Crusher, Callie Rage, Cherry Bomb, Hawaiian Jewel, Lakeisha Wilson, Miss D, Misdemeanor, Sylvia Knight, The Baker, Violet Death, with Akira Turner walking out victorious. Terrible Tito versus Buster Anderson, with Buster Anderson walking away victorious. Big Fran versus Bunny Black, with Bunny Black walking away victorious. Fatal 4-way tornado tag, 2 out of 3 falls. Alu Wilson and Wallace versus Cold Steel and Alex Knight versus Big Reese and Primetime JoJo versus Kareem Perry and Omar Jones, with Alu Wilson and Wallace walking away victorious. Apex Predator Championship, Rose Wilson versus the champion Emily Wright, with the champion Emily Wright retaining the gold. TXT United States Championship Triple Threat, Crazy Joker versus the champion, The Problem One, with Crazy Joker becoming the new champion. The Royal Rumble for the men's, AJ Woods, Brock Lesnar, Dimebag Dan, Jack Graves, The Ghost J Jin, Cold Steel, Mad King, SGK, Showtime Shad, The Problem One. Welcome, Underdog Hero. Hello, brother. Hope you are well. I just went over one of your shows from that past not too long ago, and I'll also be going over the ASW/TXT Vengeance one here soon. But I have these listed in a certain order of how I writ them down, but we will be getting there near the end of this podcast for this episode. Continuing on, Oconee, Bushido Brown, Problem One is also in this, Evil Johnny, Jackson Wright, Kang, Larry Loco, One Rich, Sam Evans, Travis Turner, The King of Chaos, Wes Grimm, Andre Robinson, Dr. Grimm, Insidious, John Robb, Killian Bain, Lil Devil, Pat G, Savage Vega, Tyson Storm, A-Dot. And the winner was 5-star AJ Woods. Now next up for All-Star Pro Grindhouse Season 3, Episode 5. Becca Blackwell versus Dawn Wang, with Dawn Wang walking out victorious. Lucifer Black versus Daryl Shark, with Daryl Shark walking away victorious. Derek Cesario versus the Savage John Robb, with Derek Cesario walking out victorious. Special guest referee Don Wildside for the match between AJ Albright and Mean Mike Shields, with AJ Albright walking out victorious. Lancer Hayato versus Kando Dragon ended in a draw. All-Star Pro Women's Tag Team Championships, Callie Sparks and Hannah Heights versus the champions, the Faces of Fear, Angel and Amaya Bryant, with the Faces of Fear retaining the gold. All-Star Pro Grindhouse Women's Championship, Akira Turner versus the champion Britt Graves, with Akira Turner becoming the new champion. All-Star Pro Grindhouse Championship Fatal 4-Way, Shinjo versus Adam Matthews versus Dragon versus Sam Magnum, with Sam Magnum becoming the new champion. All-Star Pro Havoc Season 3, Episode 42, Lonza Kasarian versus the Dream Superstar, with Dream Superstar walking away victorious. Emma Rose versus Jackie Harper, with Jackie Harper walking away victorious. Jay Smoke versus Kez Ali, with Jay Smoke walking away victorious. Sean Smith versus Jackson, with Jackson walking away victorious. Daniel Gotch versus Brian Walker, with Brian Walker walking away victorious. Damian Briggs versus Adrian Danger, with Damian Briggs walking out victorious. Lil Devil versus Shan Leon, with Lil Devil walking away victorious. Madison Death versus Cali Rage, with Madison Death walking out victorious. All-Star Pro World Tag Team Championships. Terrible Tito and Larry Loco versus the champions Carter Goldman and Chase Goldman, with Carter Goldman and Chase Goldman retaining the gold. Next up was Burning Reckonings. Oh, Burning Reckoning has an upcoming card. My bad. Brought to you by Eddie Walker. It's going to be Maya Bryant versus Britt Graves, no holds barred. Angel Bryant versus Angelina West, no holds barred. Blackhearts versus Hell Circle and Extreme Rules. KD versus John Robb in the Underground. Wolfpack versus the Imps, Falls Count Anywhere. Reagan Anderson versus Samantha Carter, 2 out of 3 tables. And in the main event, First Blood, Tommy Dreamer versus the Punisher Briggs. Stay tuned for that. Now, IPW House Show, Episode 4, Heart of a Champion. Now, the main event, it did not get finished because JoJo said that he'll get back to it. But when that happens, I will give you the result of that. But I'll go through the rest of the show for now. Darian the 13th versus Pat G, with Darian the 13th walking out victorious. Akane versus Don Frex, with Akane walking out victorious. AJ versus Brittany Blanchard versus Riley, with Brittany Blanchard walking away victorious. Sean Murphy versus Ivy Lowe, with Sean Murphy walking out victorious. Cameron Steele and Ashley Dillon versus the Faces of Fear, Angel and Amaya Bryant, with Ashley Dillon and Cameron Steele walking out victorious. King Art versus the Savage John Robb, with King Art walking away victorious. Special guest referee Blind Man for Amazon versus Reagan Anderson, with Amazon walking away victorious. AJ Woods versus Ace Green, with Ace Green walking out victorious. And I will give you the results of the Fatal 4-Way when that does happen, which was between Damian Briggs, Jack Graves, Tyson Storm, and CJ Frost. Now we move on to a show that I was talking about earlier with Mr. Underdog Hero. ASW TXT Vengeance Underground A-Dot versus Todd Wilson, with A-Dot walking out victorious. Jack Graves versus Jackson Wright versus Mad King, the champion, for the championship, with Jackson Wright becoming the new champion. ASW Men's Tag Team Championships Hell in a Cell. The Asylum versus Jay Smoke and Damian Briggs, the champion, with Jay Smoke and Damian Briggs walking out victorious. ASW No Man's Land Championship, Lindsay versus Haley Ramone, with Lindsay becoming the new champion, held under No Man's Land's rules, which is the Underground. Blood Diamond Championship, Corey Bishop versus Big Lou, the champion, with Big Lou retaining the gold. No Man's Land Championship, held under the No Man's Land rules. Dimebag Dan versus the champion Killian Bain, with Killian Bain retaining the gold. The Streets Championship, Travis Turner versus the Ghost J. Jen, who is the champion, with J. Jen retaining the gold. ASW Cold Heart Championship, Bunny Black versus the champion Lakeisha Wilson, with Bunny Black becoming the new champion. Ambulance match between Violet Death and Tina Rose, which ended due to person stopping the match. If Underdog Hero would like to elaborate on that, he can. Steel Cage RJ versus the Badass John Wigginton versus Marcus Banks, with John Wigginton walking out victorious. ASW Women's Championship, Angel Bryant versus Amaya Bryant, sister versus sister, with Angel Bryant becoming the new champion. And in the main event, ASW World Heavyweight Championship, King DMX versus the champion The Problem One, with the champion The Problem One retaining the gold. Now next up, TXT ASW Vengeance from TXTN. It was a Fatal 4-Way Tornado Tag TXT Women's Tag Team Championships. Cali Rage and Taryn Williams versus Kay Owens and Adrian Blackwell versus Hawaiian Jewel and Lico Lyons versus Homicide, with Callie Rage and Taryn Williams walking out victorious. TXT Gladiator Championship, Michael Hernandez versus the champion Jay Smoke, with Michael Hernandez becoming the new champion. TXT United States Championship Extreme Rules, Dimebag Dan versus Dr. Grimm versus Inkslinger versus the Crazy Joker, the champion, with Crazy Joker retaining the gold. TXT Women's Heritage and Honor Championship, Angel Bryant versus the Baker versus champion Kailana Wilson, with Kailana Wilson retaining the gold. TXT World Tag Team Championships TLC, Cold Steel and Alex Knight versus the champion, the Red Wolves, Big Lou and Shinjo, with the Red Wolves retaining the gold. TXT Heritage and Honor Championship for the men's, AJ Albright versus the Phantom Eddie Walker, with the Phantom Eddie Walker retaining the gold. Extreme Rules, Oconee versus the Villain Todd Wilson, with Oconee walking away victorious. TXT Women's World Championship Extreme Rules, Emily Wright versus Akira Turner versus Bunny Black, the champion, with Bunny Black retaining the gold. ASW TXT Vengeance, TXT Triple Crown World Championship, the Problem One versus the champion Buster Anderson, with the Problem One becoming the new champion. TXT Ruby 10 Championship, Nikita Sakamoto versus the champion Haley Ramone, with Nikita Sakamoto walking away victorious. TXT World Championship Extreme Rules, AJ Woods versus Grimlord versus the champion John Wigginton, with John Wigginton retaining the gold. And that is what I had to go over at the moment, ladies and gentlemen. Like I said, I will be going over the recent shows that went down for GEW, All-Star Pro, GPW, and DSCW. So stay tuned for that. Hope everybody has a great day, good night, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you all may be. Peace out.